hope that today everything stays connected. Let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Wash my sanding implements. Oh, look, a plane. Oh, look, it's the same plane. What's going on, Ray? Good morning. Hey, George. Hey, Austin. Good morning. There's slightly less plain. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely slightly less plain. But at least the plane that is here is on the same plane. Richie, good morning, brother. What's going on? How are you? How you feeling, brother? I think the rest of that's going to be surfacer. Got that gap down. Let's take a look at this gap. This thing's a disaster here. Nothing much. Feeling great. Just wanted to get through today and tomorrow. Yeah, I hear you, man. Any special plans for the weekend? You guys got the event this weekend, correct? The big meetup? Excuse me. Oh, don't sanding sponges around. Just want to do a quick shout out to my boy Ray. Yeah, the build. Yep. That's awesome, man. Yesterday I met up with Ray down at the New England Air Museum and had a fabulous time. Not only at the Air Museum, but afterward we went out and did some RC rock crawling, which is kind of cool. Just hanging out and chatting. It was great. The quote from us New Englanders, had a wicked good time. Wicked good time. Thank you, Ray. So manager of the Bandai store wants to talk to me and Julio before our event, so we have something going on there too. Fingers crossed. Lovely. I love it. Yeah, I'd love to hear more information on that, Richie. Keep me posted. This model sucks. But we already know that. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully, everybody has a good day planned ahead. Hopefully, everybody had a nice day yesterday. Beautiful weather up here in this neck of the woods. The weather was just like spot on. A lot of good things happening for us. Yeah, glad to hear it, Richie. That's fabulous. That is fabulous info. Excuse me. It was beautiful here, 73. Yeah, here was. I think we probably got close to that if we didn't get to that. When we hit the trail later in the afternoon, it was like in the high 60s. It was really nice. Today and tomorrow, yeah. I guess I chose the right week to take time off. I'll say that. Very happy about that. May end up doing a little yard work today, depending on how motivated I am. I still got to tackle my theater. Got to get that area cleaned up. But if I get some of it prepped for tonight. And now you know what the inside of a B-29 looks like. It was perfect weather for walking up a hill. Yeah, it was. Dude, it was great. Dude, first of all, it's like I've read about, super fortresses before, and to actually walk into a room that's literally occupied almost entirely by this massive plane. It's like, wow. They have that. They have a Thunderbolt 2, an A-10 on display. They had an F-14, F-15 on display. That was cool. A bunch of World War II fighters, Vietnam era fighters. It was awesome. It's beautiful at night. Slept with the window open and fan on low. Yeah, you gotta love it. Now, this is like such a nice time of the year, right? F-15, the Tomcat is in storage. Yep, the F-15 was there. All right, I think we are done with this. I think primer is going to be the next thing we do to just kind of figure out what the next steps are for cleanup on this thing. Hey, Nick, good morning. The storage demonstration hangers are open. I'll let you know. Yeah, cool. That'll be cool. To think that there's a lot of stuff that's currently still being worked on at the museum. It's interesting that within an hour of me, maybe a little over an hour, I've got 2 museums that cater to that stuff. Between the Air Museum down in near Bradley Airport in Connecticut and the American Heritage Museum with their plane and armor collections, like half hour from here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's going on, Nick? Okay. I think we are going to do some scribing. Not bad. May not be all that great, but to build up a rapport with the American Heritage, it's good to know. Oh, absolutely. And one of our members, no, our junior members actually is he participates there. He's part of their group. They're doing a model show on a tank day. It's kind of cool. For the first few sips of coffee, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Got a lot of stuff to clean up here. I'm going to start with the fuselage. And I'm going to move on to the wings. May 24th, I'll be there. If I got nothing going on that day and we're getting closer to graduation stuff, not sure, I got to double check the calendar, the family social calendar. Okay, then I get to work. Talk to you later, George. Richie, have a good one, brother. The Messerschmitt. The Messerschmitt? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What's going on, E? Good morning, Senior Clean. Good morning. Got all my paints up to last night, so the workbench is getting closer to clean and organized. Nice. And then after that, you just got to find time to do some, to actually do. Are you kidding me? Stop fighting me. To actually do some, what they call it, model work. Bang. Find time for rivets. Oh, man. Dude, I took so many photos yesterday of planes and rivets. You know, to Ray's point during one of our walks, like it is like, especially like at 1/144 scale, like if you're doing like a super fortress, there's no way in hell you can replicate all the rivets that are on that plane. No way. No way. I'm gonna drag a blade across that's fine. I'll do this one here. Rivets and panel lines, yeah. At least you know that every plane has a perfectly smooth surface, zero imperfections. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you take a look at any of the metal skin stuff, there is no smooth surface. Like you leave the factory, and I'm sure by the time you actually get into combat and come back, that metal is bent. I may post some photos on it later today if I find the time, make the time. Actually, it's more make the time. But it was interesting to see the surface of the plane. It's literally like you've been tossing around a tin can, and after a while, that tin can isn't going to have smooth surfaces. Cut it is tiny. Either you have a huge ass magnifying glass or black magic. Exactly. Hey, Edwin. Good evening. How are you? Okay, care to tell me why you decided to do that? I don't know why I decided to ramp there. There's nothing that kind of made it do that, but okay. I guess I got a little cleanup to do. All right. Good day today. Did not buy new kit last night, but buy epoxy putty to work on several kits, going back to the basics. Yeah, awesome. Very happy to hear that, Edwin. Yeah, going back to the basics certainly makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? There we go. You know, kits are great. Kits are great, but at some point you're going to have to build them. Next GB, you want to build plastic or wood? Definitely plastic. I will not be doing a wood plane. No, sir. Did see a couple of different GBs there. I did see the one that my plane is based on, my model is based on, which is cool. Seeing that thing up and close and in person was really fun. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry, just trying to get across on some of this stuff, and it's a little. I was wondering if I needed to, I'm not going to do it. I'm using a 0.1 chisel, but I'm wondering if a finer chisel would have been better for something like this. Um, I'm not going to obviously go buy a 0.75 or 0.075 chisel. That is not going to happen. There we go. A little thin cement on that. That'll do a nice bit of cleanup. Old race planes, one of my favorite sections. Yeah, that section was fabulous. What was the other one? The layered. That was the layered solution is one of my favorite. Yeah, that the layered solution that was there. I could see myself building something like that in the future. Still dreading the filling your gumbo part with the parts with epoxy, but I must continue to be better and make some progress. Yeah, Edwin, have you ever done any work like that? Any kind of just massive filling or sculpting? You can build it out of a block of wood and just sand it into shape. All right, Rivet Boy. He could. Try something there. There we go. Nice. Hello. There we go. Done. That's what I say 3-4 years ago with SD Sazabi and SD9. Yeah. And that was a lot of filler work, or was that also just a little bit of sculpting, giving something new shape? This makes a 30-inch wingspan balsa kit. I might convert it to RC. Do you prefer video of me sanding, or is audio okay? Just audio is fine. Calls a book on day for that for you. Audio is fine. Yep. Audio will be fine. All right. Oops. Hello. It's for the best. I usually do my sanding naked. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good call there, Ray. That's good. Not too far north. That's good. There we go. As long as it has a descriptive commentary to go along with it. I go for the bicycle ride to blow the dust off. That's awesome. One. Two. Nice. As soon as we're done with this, I'll hit it with some thin cement, get all that stuff cleaned up. I'm debating not even bothering to do the underneath side of this since it won't be seen. It's going to be kind of low. Anyway. Brings up something that remember this. We were talking about this at the end of last Friday's meeting, our Patriot Zoom meeting. One of our modeler buddies, Mike, he's got a I guess, a mentor down in the Texas area. And one year when he was at a competition, he does a lot of armor. When he was at a competition, again, does fabulous work. The what they call it, the judge picked up the model, looked underneath, and underneath he hadn't finished. So he'd weathered the whole thing, painted, weathered, and everything like that. But he didn't go to the weathering stage underneath and got dinged for it. He's like, well, why'd you look underneath? The thing is on the table like that. It's not meant to be picked up. He goes, well, if a real modeler would actually, or something to that effect, would have actually finished the underneath side of it. So the next year, he when he competed, and the judge literally picked it up underneath, and he looked underneath, and it said, something to the effect of "fuck you, I didn't finish this the underside." It was like a good response. Hey Tom, good morning. How are you? The point of it being that if you set up a model in such a way that you don't need to look underneath it, then don't. Like the GM cannon that I did, only one of the feet has the all that thruster work that I did. The second one isn't necessary because it's going to be secured to a base. If you wanted to pick it up and say, "Oh, did it finish underneath the feet?" What the fuck? Why the hell are you checking that? Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Should be picking it up anyways. Generally speaking, I would agree with you. 100%. Yeah. If there's no need to pick it up, don't pick it up. Now, I can't tell if I destroyed a line there or not. There is one. Yeah, I think there was. Gonna need to completely add in a new line here. Do any major work on the P59? Am I doing any major work on it? Just cleanup, really. Like all the gap filling. Ugh, I just looked at it. I mean, it's and some of it's awful. Just because it's just there's so much putty in there. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. You've just been sanding for a week, just about. If I wanted to show you, I did everything. I would be like those modelers that have a mirror as a base. Exactly. Yeah, if you put a mirror down, like a car model or anything like that, you want people to see underneath it. I totally get it. You intentionally did that. I got an old Academy kit this week. Oh, really? Which one? PV1 Venture. I think I know what that is. It sounds familiar. Should be picking it up anyways. Yep. Yep, it's the sanding show. It's the sanding show. Oh, that's interesting. There's only a line there. Actually, I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to do this one, though. I don't think that there was one on there, so I'm not going to add anything that isn't there. One, two. Needs a mirror on a stick. Yeah. Get a power sander, it would be done. If I had a power sander, it would definitely be done because it would be melted into one big piece of plastic. Stick in his ass. Still trying to figure out who's who with all the new yeah. Scatological is Ray. Let me redo this a little bit. Just want to see if I can get some of this on the same. that's right. However, I'll try it a little differently here. Let's see what we got. Hey, Lucas, good morning. Happy Friday Eve indeed. Yeah, is it 172nd or 148? Are you talking about this here? 172nd. Is going to be pretend to be can nice. You could have said. What about the only person has the same as Nick? Yeah, I know. Well, that's true. But then Lucas just popped in and he's got the same name. There we go. Got a nice start to it. Oops. Nice. Coming along quite nicely. And Lucas. I've had a YouTube account long before Instagram existed. Yeah. Oh, and Edwin. I think I might have two. I don't recall. Have to take a look. Oh, and Edwin. Who else is named Asshole? I'm a whole ass. Hello, Tom. And Edwin. So my goal today is I will be working on Misa. I've not touched her in the last few days, but my hope is to actually get all the green painted on today. Let it dry, and then potentially over the weekend. Though this weekend promises to be a bit busy because it's a pretty full dance competition weekend. But my hope is to actually get some of that tackled. I'm not sure that I got to talk to my daughter, but I'm not sure the bat plane's going to be ready for the Patriot meeting next Friday. I think it's next Friday. That's right, me dancing. Still trying to figure out names. Cha. Exactly. Yeah, it's not me. Not I, but my daughter. I did mention yet. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. So last weekend, so my daughter's going to Quinnipiac University down in Southern Connecticut near New Haven, and she last Saturday tried out for the dance team. So we went down for a full day tryout. We dropped her off. My wife and I went around into New Haven. It was great. So we were sitting on pins and needles, and then Monday morning, she got the information that she made the Quinnipiac University dance team. So we're all really excited for her. So dancing will continue in the Lilius household, and we will likely be going down to see her competitions. I think there's definitely going to be one in Florida. They go to I think that the UDA is what it is. What's the DR scene from Grandma as a boy to get hyped up? Oh, she decided on college. She did indeed. Yep. Both from a financial perspective, a school perspective, meaning what school she got into, specific school in the university, and then also the ability to be on a dance team. It was kind of like a given. Yeah, so she's going to Quinnipiac. This is probably a place I could have taped it down. That line is drifting a little bit here. This is one I might have to fix later. We'll see, we'll see. That's awesome. Congrats. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Nick. I got my 50% raise and started an LLC of my own. Hold it. What now? Hold it. Maybe there's a dance competition her school can attend in Japan. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know about that. Hold it. Lucas, I got my 50% raise and started an LLC. You hold it. You went to the owner and you said, I need a 50% raise. And he said, okay. Wow. Are scribing lines instead of rivets? Well, because there are lines. I'm not going to add rivets to this thing. No. Yeah, I think I will. Yes, sir. Wow, dude. You must be a hell of a negotiator. You must be a hell of a negotiator. Yeah, so Tom, we're mentioning that earlier that if you go to the New England Air Museum, the amount of rivets that you see and the scale, it's impossible sometimes to replicate that. Doable? Yes. Yeah, this one here is probably going to require some fixing. There we go. Nice. I want a 50%. Oh, yeah. What? No rivets? No rivets. I think I want to rescind pay deduction. But all that free time you now have, I love it. I'm jealous. If it's in the important areas. Sure. Next time I work on a plane that I'm kind of excited about. I'm not excited about this. I just want this thing done. And in fact, the only thing I want to do with this thing, I just want to get paint on it at this point. That's all I want to do. Get it close enough and get it done. Unofficial museum docent. Yeah, see, that would be cool. There's also a clause for quarterly bonus, but that is needing more discussion, more likely annual. Hey, whatever it takes. Even bonuses is great. Lucas, I'm happy to hear that, man. It's really good when you hear a worker actually get in so many, and I mean this in the absolutely best possible way, get their just desserts. You've earned it. Absolutely fucking not. The assembly of the cockpit on this thing was so bad, absolutely atrocious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just smoke the interior of the canopy, just darken it, and that's it. This plane is not worth it. So, like I said, somebody suggested making this into like a crash diorama or into a paint mule. And in some ways, it's going to be kind of like that. What I'm going to do is give it a bit of just going to throw some paint, just try some stuff on it and see what happens. I might do a camo on it. Haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll make it into something pink. I don't know. You're doing a museum job. Yeah, that's what you got to do it in blue sky that they all use. Yep. Fully acknowledged and agreed with every point. It felt good. Wow. Again, Lucas, I'm so happy for you, man. That's fantastic. I'm sure that I mean, obviously getting the money is great, but just that whole ability to have that, like I'm certain like a weight lifted is great. Sky. Oops. Oh, how's the dendrobium coming along? Oh, I don't think I've worked on it in 2 weeks. Last Sunday, I was a short session. I was down here. No, actually, did I can't recall. Saturday, we took off. Sunday, I was down here for a short bit because of Easter. So I've worked on it. I'll be working on the stamen tonight when I'm live at 7 p.m. There we go. Yeah, and hold the acknowledgement and the money, make it what it is. You can get money, but the cost of his poor attitude, and it wouldn't be worth it. Exactly. Exactly, Lucas, in my opinion. No, I'm totally in agreement with it. It's like, that if somebody actually says, you know what, this is right, and this is the right way to go, that's a very positive attitude because what they're doing is, and again, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more responsibility, and that's okay. There's always a fear of, well, I'm asking for more money and I don't want more work. And the answer is no. You want me to be more responsible for my organization. And I've said this to the ownership at places I've worked, including the place I'm at now. You want me to do more? Fine. Pay me. I have no problem in doing more work, but pay me and give me the autonomy to do what I need to do. Well, you have an evening show now too. Only on Thursdays. And I was actually going to do a recorded video this past Sunday, just kind of talking a little bit about my what I've been seeing in the world in relation to, since it was Easter. But I decided, you know what, there's enough commentary about that I didn't need to add to that. But I will be talking about some of my thoughts of on, well, not a surprise, religion and the current insanity of the administration. But we'll talk about that tonight. It's actually been sort of refreshing to continue to work on models down here a little bit more. The reimbursement is for what I've already been doing taken on for exactly. But now the acknowledgement is great. The last 3 years, do Christians celebrate Easter, or is it mostly a Catholic deal? Do Christians? All Christians celebrate it because it is it's the third day when Christ went to heaven, rose from the dead and went to heaven. Well, rose from the dead, actually. The bonus, what I wrote, would be for the additional I plan on taking on. Yeah, that's great. And Lucas, I appreciate this part of the conversation, Lucas. So are you actively involved also in rewriting some of your job description? So anyway, whoops. So Easter is not chocolate bunnies and flowers. Well, it depends on which Christian you ask. You ask a Catholic, a Greek Orthodox, an Episcopalian, and their answer might be that, hey, yeah, absolutely. Third day, rose from the dead, going to go hang out with God and go, kind of tell us, a couple cool things in the afterlife, that kind of thing. You go ask a some Christian nationalists, and they're going to probably tell you he rose from the dead with an AK-47 ready to go to town on libs. So that's, I think, where Christianity deviates a little bit. In one, he rose from the dead to show how we can be better people, and the other one, how we can be, yeah. But we're going to table that conversation for tonight. Yes, I had to read the Bible again, being non-practicing, non-denominational Christian. Yeah, I'm actually about to later this year do the same thing. I'm going to reread the New Testament, just to kind of just reacclimate. Let's put it that way. Reacclimate. That one's good. Oops, hello. Yeah, this is actually, so if nothing else, at least this is coming out okay. Imagine that he blew it up with a bazooka carrying a case of blood and a machine gun. And don't forget, a young babe by his side. Yeah. Ugh. There we go. And for anybody who may be offended by what I'm saying, unfortunately, I would strongly encourage you to look to see what nationalists are actually putting forward in terms of their version of Christ. And don't be offended by what I'm saying, be offended by what they're producing. But so we can delve into this a lot more tonight. There we go. That one is close enough. And in fact, again, nobody's going to see much of it. It's just going to be just a little bit more continuance there, which I think is going to be good. As I transition to take over fully, there is still pricing that I don't do. In addition, continued reworking of our structure, building a website, time, effort, bringing in new clients. Yeah, so you're definitely taking on a lot more, Lucas. So it sounds like you're going to be doing a lot more. Now, is he going to work with you to guide you into that? Like, hey, let's do this together. Like, let's go out and foster some new business together and kind of have him transition you over? That's why I said quarterly, so we had those goals set, but annual works as well. Hey, anytime, bonuses are bonuses. I think it's more important to have at least quarterly meetings where you can assess successes and failures. That makes sense. Gee, wouldn't that be novel? That one does not continue across, but I will just make this one just a little bit deeper. So this method of scribing in lines is a traditional way of doing it on aircraft. And I think I've seen it done on armor too, which with just enhancing or fixing lines is such a great way of doing things. This is not to obviate doing, the way it's been done with like in the Gundam world, with chisels and that kind of thing, but just the tool to have. Okay, this one here, just slipped a little bit. There we go. People who have worked in finance their whole lives never realize bonuses aren't the norm in work culture. Yeah, they're not the norm. They currently look for a business. He doesn't currently look for business. What will he will walk me through? I've already started building a spreadsheet as pricing. Wow. He doesn't look for business. Wow. Yeah, that's an interesting one. The owner of our company has an expectation that people will just walk in the door. We used to do business development. We stopped many years ago. I was one of the people doing it, and it's like I refuse to do it now because I'm not taking on more responsibility. But if you think that no business development is a good mentality, even if you're successful, nah, it's foolish. All right, got another couple minutes here. I'm going to be heading upstairs. I hear my kiddos, I think, upstairs. Last one, and this one does come across. Here, I thought this was going to take a lot longer, and it didn't. This would be interesting for some to make a Gundam-like, make a tank, putting in rivets and welding lines. Oh, absolutely. I'd love doing like welding. Oh my God. I've seen work like that done, Tom. It's fabulous. Excel sheet, setting up basically what's all costs, and I can pick items downstairs and it adds up in the end. Nice. Hello, everyone. How are you all? GB, I'm doing well. How are you? Good evening to you. There we go. Just gonna last two lines of scribing, and this is done. Oops, I'm gonna do it from this side, I think. In fact, let's get some new tape. Let's bring your kids to a work day today. No, we're off today. This is I took the week off. My older daughter is going to work in a little bit. My younger daughter is off this week for school vacation, but she's got some kind of a what they call it, like Jesus, I can't believe I'm spacing out. Lifeguard training stuff going on. Good, thanks, mate. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Nice. Interesting day if I was working from home. Yeah. By the way, Tom, how's the family? How's the fam? One. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Let's get this thing up. Come on. I think that's, there we go. Try to move that down a bit. Sorry, guys. Is it spring break this week for her? Yes, it is. Yep, spring break. Wife quit her job. Uh-oh. What's she doing? Hopefully I can understand that there are times when I think we all wish we could just walk away. There we go. Done. Let's hit the thing with thin cement. We are, oh shit, careful, careful, careful. That's all I need. Don't need to destroy a 0.1 chisel right now. She's being stay-at-home mom as of now. Cool. Hey, if you can float that, that's awesome. I tell my wife all the time, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. And what's really cool is my kids are soon to be out of the house. It's the best kind of stay-at-home dad there is. All right, let's I'm gonna do the wings later on today, but at least the fuselage is kind of done at this point. This would be a stay-at-home dad. Oh God, yeah. Do some more cleanup work there later. I missed that one, but I don't give a shit. I will tell you, there is something very cathartic about doing scribing cleanup. I love just watching like the stuff flow through those grooves and just clean everything out. It's just so cool. The Tire's at the ripe old age of 45. How the fuck did he do that? I don't want to do that. I wish I could have retired at 45. Life would have been so much interesting. At the same time, like I said, we were saying when Lucas was on, I don't fear work. I just fear work. I just don't like working for stupid people. He works in the Department of Sanitation. Yeah, nice. So what, he did like 20 years and retired? Lovely. Yeah, that one's going to require a little bit more repair, but we can do that later. Or I could just say screw it, not even bother. But likely I won't do that. You know, the thing about this model is what I don't want to do is go down the path of, yeah, F it, it doesn't matter. I actually do want to make it look okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it doesn't have to look like ass either if I can avoid it. All right, so with that, my friends, time for me to roll. 20 plus years with pension. Yeah, gotta tell you, smart. Smart. There ain't nothing wrong with that, because then you can do some side work and still pull a little bit of coin, pocket money, whatever. I love it. Okay, put that stuff away, put that away, put that away, and we are done. All right, my friends, stay safe and stay sane, everyone. Thanks for being on this morning. Tom, Nick, later, guys. Guys, go do good out there. It is getting stupider and crazier by the day, and it's up to us to try to make it a better planet. And I'm not kidding about that. I mean, it really is getting nutty. Please do something to make it something really special out there, okay? So with that, guys, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day. I am on tonight at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern time, when I get a little rougher. I'm going to unload a little bit. Anyway, do good. Enjoy the day. Love you all. And peace.